You can see the objectives on the board for today, almost all relating to homeostasis in some way. We're going to define what homeostasis is and be able to give examples of things that contribute to homeostasis. You'll be able to describe how your body systems are involved in maintaining your own personal homeostasis. And then we're going to discuss briefly how disease affects the body's ability to maintain homeostasis. Okay, because what we're really having when we have a disease is something that's affecting our ability to maintain this. Okay? So, your body is designed to maintain a stable internal environment. Stable doesn't change at all. It just means that the fluctuations are small and it's kept relatively constant. This includes keeping the following things in balance. You need to be able to balance the amount of water exiting your body with the amount of water entering your body. You need to be able to keep a balance of nutrients. You need to be able to maintain energy so you're not losing too much energy. And finally, you should be able to maintain a stable internal temperature. Homeostasis is defined as the ability of a living organism to maintain a stable internal environment despite changes in their surroundings. So that means these things that we want to keep stable should stay stable no matter what is going on outside our body. Okay? Now, obviously, there are extremes, right? We have things like hypothermia or heat stroke. We have dehydration. Okay, but we're talking about under normal conditions, your body can cope to maintain, right? You can get a little bit hot and your body can maintain an internal temperature. Maintaining a stable temperature. Let's take a look at what that looks like for your body, okay? Your body temperature is one of the better examples we have of how your body maintains homeostasis. There are lots of different systems involved in this, okay? So many of your body's systems are involved in keeping your temperature stable. For example, if the outside temperature increases or decreases, your body temperature will change. There are also things you can physically do that will change your body temperature, right? If you do a lot of heavy exercise, your internal temperature will want to rise, okay? Because it creates a lot of heat, it adds heat to your body. There are cells in a portion of your brain called the hypothalamus that monitor the temperature of your blood. And when they sense that your blood is too warm, they trigger a chain of reactions to reduce your body temperature. And what that chain of reactions looks like is they send a message to your circulatory system, that's the system that pumps blood through your body, to send as much blood flow as they can to your capillaries. The capillaries are the tiny blood vessels that are just under the surface of your skin. Okay? And that message also gets sent to your body to tell you to start sweating. Okay? So this is why when you exercise, you sweat, and oftentimes your face and limbs become red. Because what's happening is they're sending all that blood immediately up to the capillaries that are just under the surface of your skin, and so your skin takes on a redder tint because of all of that increased blood flow. And what happens is now that blood is right near the surface of the skin. So when sweat evaporates off your skin, it takes heat from your body. And because all of the blood that has all of that extra heat in it is there, it is taken away with the sweat, and as a result, your body cools. There's also a side of this for cold. Again, feel free to summarize this, okay? So your hypothalamus also responds to your blood getting too cold, but instead of sending blood to the surface of your body, what it does is sends messages to your muscles, which tell your muscles to contract in short bursts, which you experience as shivering. When you shiver, energy from the food you've eaten is converted into muscle movement, And then when your muscles move, they generate friction, and that friction produces heat. Okay? And then if your blood becomes even colder, then the hypothalamus will tell your body to speed up your metabolism. So speed up the rate at which you are breaking down food. So that will also produce more heat for you. And then if your body gets even colder, your brain will tell your body to pull the blood to your core to try and keep your heart and lungs and those systems of your body running, which is why you tend to get frostbite on your extremities first, because your body will start pulling blood away from them. And then eventually, if you get too cold, your body will go unconscious. Let's talk about body systems and their boys. Let's talk about body systems and their roles in homeostasis, okay? So you have lots of different body systems. We're obviously not going to hit all of them, but we'll talk about some of the main ones. And they are designed to specifically control one part of homeostasis for you, okay? So your circulatory system, this is your heart and all of your blood vessels. So think arteries and veins and capillaries. All those blood vessels that are in your body are part of your circulatory system, okay? The circulatory system moves blood through your body. It, by moving the blood, helps cells and tissues receive oxygen, receive water, and receive nutrients. So all the cells in your body would not get water, oxygen, or nutrients if it wasn't for the blood moving through your body. They also allow those cells to then get rid of carbon dioxide and any other wastes that the cells don't need. The next system we'll talk about is your digestive system. So your mouth, your esophagus, your stomach, your intestines, and your liver are all parts of your digestive system. Okay, so your digestive system is one of the more complicated systems in your body. It has a lot of moving pieces because it is responsible for breaking down food into the basic building blocks that cells need to build themselves, and also energy-rich molecules that your body can use as fuel. Okay. The liver stores those molecules and then releases them as they're needed. So your liver is helping regulate how much that is getting released. And then we have your respiratory system, which is your nasal passages, your lungs, and your trachea. Okay? Your respiratory system allows gases to be exchanged in and out of the blood. So what that means is when you inhale, oxygen is passed from your respiratory system into your blood, and then carbon dioxide comes out of the blood and into your lungs, and you then exhale the carbon dioxide. So a lot of times we think that our lungs are just like sacs that are filling with air and being squeezed out like a balloon, but really they're full of all of these thousands of tiny little things called alveoli that come in contact with blood and allow gases to move in and out of your blood. So your lungs and your circulatory system are super interconnected so that oxygen can go into the blood and carbon dioxide can come out of the blood. All right, next up are the urinary system, which is your kidneys and your bladder. Okay. The urinary system helps you manage wastes in your body. Okay, so a lot of people think that your body is like filtering water out of your digestive system, and that is what you pee. But in reality, what's happening is that the kidneys remove waste and excess water from your blood, and that is what gets turned into urine. Okay, so your kidneys are responsible for removing waste from the blood and also making sure there is not too much or too little salt in your bloodstream so that it can continue to do its job. And then any excess is removed from your body through your urine. And then the bladder obviously is just a place to store the urine and the wastes until they can be excreted from your body. Oh, didn't realize that.
Profile pictures.
The nervous system is your brain, your spinal cord, and your nerves that are in your body, and then all of your sense organs. So sense organs like your ears and your eyes and your nose and your tongue, those would all be sense organs, as well as your skin is technically a sense organ because it has a lot of nerve receptors in it. Okay, so your sense organs and nerves gather information about your external and internal environments. They send that information via the nerve network to your brain, which processes the information and decides how to respond to it. So, for example, it might respond to it using muscle movement. It might respond to it by telling your body to sweat, like we talked about. Okay, so it just sends out whatever response is necessary. And then your muscle system is the last system we'll talk about. Your muscles have 3 important jobs that they have to take care of, okay? They let your body move, so I can walk around the room and move my arms because of my muscles. They also keep materials moving through your body, so your stomach and your esophagus and your intestines all have muscles in them, and those muscles' jobs is to simply move stuff through your body system. And then lastly, one of the most important jobs your muscles have is to produce heat for you, so you do not freeze. Which we need now to talk about disruption of homeostasis. So when your body is not able to maintain a stable internal environment, okay? A disease is anything that can change the body that's going to disrupt homeostasis. So anything that can cause your body to not be able to maintain a stable internal environment is a disease. Okay? So if you think about when things cause you to get a fever, that's a disruption of homeostasis, right? When things cause you to throw up or have stuff come out the other end, that's a disruption in homeostasis. When things make you unable to breathe correctly or your circulatory system not pump correctly, that's a disruption in homeostasis, okay? So there are some minor diseases, okay? Minor diseases like, think about a cold, right? You'll recover from a cold relatively quickly. It won't disrupt homeostasis to a large extent, okay? Or there can be major diseases. For example, heart disease. Heart disease can often end in death if it disrupts your circulatory system to the point that it cannot do its job anymore. Diseases come from different sources, and we're going to talk further about these different sources in the next sections, but there are genetics, so this would be stuff passed down from parents that can affect your body and affect your body systems, okay? There can be lifestyle diseases, okay? Things that when you either do something like smoke or don't do something like exercise and it causes some of your body systems to work incorrectly, okay? That would be a lifestyle disease. And then we have pathogens. So those are things, other organisms that get into our body and they are from the environment and they cause us to get sick. All right, this is where our notes end for today.